Hi learners, and welcome to another week at CPDLF. This week you are going to be completing units 3.1 and 3.2. Okay, so if you look here, we're going to be completing federal government and first political parties, and we're under national expansion. So we're going to talk about how the United States is expanding now that we fought the revolution and we are forming the government, and we're going to unfortunately get into the War of 1812 and some other different things here. But let's get started today. Okay, so with Unit 3.1, you will be going through here, and you're going to be going through, and you're going to be learning about George Washington, and you'll answer the questions, and then you're going to be learning about Hamilton. So there's a lot of really great information in here. Okay, and then you'll be going into first political parties, and you'll work your way through with some different exercises here. And we are going to face a little bit of foreign problems, the French Revolution, seizing of American ships, treaty with Spain, and Washington leaving office after his 2 terms. And as he left office, he sort of told the people in the government, please don't separate yourselves into political parties, don't fight with each other, come together for the greater good. And obviously we know how that turned out, and the parties have fought through time, and they still continue to fight. But those were sort of his last words as he left office. Okay, so I'm going to play a little video here that I had found on the Bill of Rights, because that's one of the things covered, and I hope you enjoy it.
The first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution, also known as the Bill of Rights, were ratified or passed over 200 years ago. But even though they're a bit, old, these first 10 amendments are still the most debated and discussed section of our Constitution today. So can you remember what they are? Let's take a look. The First Amendment is the freedom of speech, press, religion, assembly, and petition. This may be the most revered of the amendments. The First Amendment protects our rights to say and write our opinions, worship how we please, assemble together peacefully, and petition our government if we feel the need. The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. The original intent of the Second Amendment was to protect colonists from the invading British soldiers, but it now guarantees that you have the right to own a gun to defend yourself and your property. The Third Amendment is called the Quartering Amendment. It was written in response to the British occupation and as a result of the colonists having to house or quarter soldiers in their homes during the American Revolution. Because of this amendment, our government can never force us to house soldiers in our home. The Fourth Amendment is the right to search and seizure. The police can't come into our home without a search warrant and take our personal property. Today, many concerns have arisen about our rights to privacy and technology. For example, can the government track your location with your smartphone, or can social media postings such as on Facebook and Twitter be used without a warrant? On to the fifth. It's all about due process. You've probably heard the phrase, "I plead the fifth," in movies or on TV. They're talking about the Fifth Amendment, which says that you don't have to take the witness stand against yourself if you may end up incriminating yourself. Okay, we're halfway done. The Sixth and Seventh Amendments are about how the legal system works. If you're accused of a crime, you have the right to a speedy public trial and an impartial jury. You also have the right to a lawyer and the right to take the stand if you choose. This is important because it will prevent the accused from sitting in prison forever and insist that the prosecution proceed with undue delay. The Seventh says you have the right to a jury trial where 12 impartial peers decide your innocence or guilt in the courtroom as opposed to a judge doing it all alone. The Eighth Amendment prohibits cruel and unusual punishment. Is a death penalty cruel? Is it unusual? It's hard for Americans to agree on the definitions of cruel and unusual. The Ninth and Tenth Amendments are called the non-rights amendments. They say that the rights not listed in the Bill of Rights are retained by the people in the states. You have other rights that are not listed in the Constitution, and the states have the right to make their own policies, like instituting state taxes. So, now you know all 10 amendments. Can you remember them all? If not, remember this. The Bill of Rights are a crucial piece of American history, and though society has undergone many changes these past 200 and some years, the interpretation and application of these amendments are as vital today as they were when they were written.
Okay, so let's just wrap it up here. Units 3.1 and 3.2 for this week, learning about the federal government, establishing it, the Bill of Rights, and then you'll be learning about the first political parties. We would like to see more of you guys at Learning Lab, so please don't forget to sign up. It can be found under the About page in your class or under your Connects You with your learning guide. But we really want to see more people out here. The second marking period will quickly come to an end right after we get back from winter break. And it would be wonderful if everyone was on pace and, resubmitting assignments and keeping everything up as we get ready to head into winter break here in a few weeks. Okay, so any questions, please reach out. And if not, you have a wonderful week. Thanks. Bye.